Hello, everyone, and welcome to the iSpring Solutions webinar series, where every week we talk about e-learning trends, share iSpring tips and tricks, and cover clients' cases. My name is Paulina. I'm the community manager at iSpring, and I will be the moderator for today's webinar, where we will be talking about how to create inclusive, accessible quizzes with iSpring Suite. As a presenter, I have invited my colleague Sophia from Technical Support Department. Hi, Sophia. Thanks for tuning in, and how are you doing?
Hello, Paulina. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Hello, guys.
All right, so I also have great news for everybody who will not be able to sit through the whole session. Guys, it's being recorded, but I would like to encourage you to stay till the very end because it's a great opportunity to address your questions directly to our presenter. And to do so, please submit them in the question box, which you will find on the right side of the GoToWebinar panel. And right now, you should see how it looks. Okay, so I think at this point we are ready to begin. So, Sophia, I'm passing the mic over to you.
Thank you, Paulina. Okay, so hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us today. I'm excited to share my knowledge with you, and of course, I'm open to any feedback and questions after the webinar. And as always, please let us know in the question box on the right side of the GoToWebinar panel if something goes wrong during the webinar. Guys, we know why we are here today, right? Exactly. To check out Section 508 compliant quizzes, which were released a few days ago. Thanks so much to everyone who helped with feedback in this tricky task. Now we are one step closer to ensuring that iSpring can produce accessible content. We will keep working on adding this feature to all iSpring components. And today, I will be more than happy to tell you about how Section 508 is implemented in iSpring Suite and how you can start using it right now. So with iSpring Suite, you will be able to create accessible quizzes and surveys for users with visual impairments. The best thing is that you won't have to make different versions or install and master a new tool. You just build a quiz in iSpring QuizMaker in the normal fashion and tick a single checkbox. Quizzes are converted to a special format which allows learners to switch to the accessibility mode by clicking one button. At this point, let me demonstrate how the same survey question looks in different modes. So now I will open a browser window and click on this icon called Enable Screen Reader Mode. And after that, I will see our accessible quiz with all the buttons and question list. So for example, I can select the second question here in the list, and I will see a picture with alternative text and a question. Or for example, this one. So where I have to match the key merchandising rules with their descriptions. So now let's talk about the differences between these two modes in more detail. Thanks to the clear fonts and high contrast, a person with a visual impairment can more easily perceive and read the text on the screen. Quizzes include only the most necessary elements, which keeps the interface clear from distractions. For those who use only a keyboard to work on a computer, this minimalistic layout will work great in terms of navigation. Also, our developers added a useful feature that will definitely come in handy when creating a quiz in the accessibility mode for screen readers. Screen readers allow users to navigate only with a keyboard and hear a voice that reads all the text on the screen. This means that users can freely jump between elements, select checkboxes, and fill in the fields just by typing. Plus, quizzes created within iSpring suites are perfectly recognized by the most popular screen readers, such as JAWS, VoiceOver, and NVDA. Okay, now I will show you how to enable the accessibility mode in iSpring Quizmaker. So let's open a standalone iSpring Quizmaker first. So why standalone? Because at this moment, this feature is available only in standalone iSpring Quizmaker. But as I mentioned before, our developers are working on the accessibility mode within iSpring suites, so we will keep you posted on that. So let's click the Windows Start menu and find the iSpring Suite 9 folder. And I will open iSpring Quizmaker, and I will create, so you can create any type of quiz or browse for a recent project. I will create the graded quiz. Okay, so to make your quiz accessible, please make sure to add or edit questions in the Form View tab here. So if you add some content in the Slide View tab, it won't appear in the accessibility mode after publishing. So I will add a few questions just as an example. And now let's move on and click the Publish button. I will select the My Computer tab here, and I will enable accessibility mode in the settings here. So just select the checkbox called Enable Screen Reader Mode. First of all, do not forget to specify language. Screen readers read text in the language you set, and if it doesn't match the actual language of your quiz, the screen reader will voice it with a strange accent, so please be careful with that. I will select English, click Save, and when everything is done, I'm ready to click Publish. That's it. Now let's take a look at the outcome. So I will click Be Quizzed, and here it is. So to enable the accessibility mode, you have to click this icon in order to enable screen reader mode. And here you can use, for example, the tab key on your keyboard or arrows to navigate between questions and between answers. This one. And also you will see a feedback message right on the browser page, like you didn't choose the correct response. Due to GoToWebinar's tech restrictions, you won't be able to hear everything, so to deliver the full experience for you, I pre-recorded a screencast on how accessible quizzes work in screen readers. So, Polina, can you please launch it now?
The basic rules of merchandising Google Chrome. Continue toggle button not pressed. Enable screen reader mode. Enable screen reader mode, disable screen reader mode. Continue toggle button not pressed. Question 1 of 4 YOUR score, 0 of 40 heading level 1. Heading level 2, match the key merchandising rules with their descriptions. The corporate block rule combo box collapsed. The golden triangle rule combo box collapsed. The eye-level rule combo box collapsed. Combo box collapsed. Expanded list. An effective way to draw buyers' attention is to dedicate a section on a shelf 1 of 3. The most effective goods layout is at eye level 2 of 3. The best positioning of a shopping area captures the golden triangle 3 of 3. The and combo box in effect combo box collapsed. Expanded list. The best positioning of a shop Combo box. The best positioning of a shopping area captures the goal. Combo box collapsed. Expanded. List. An effective, the most effective, combo box. The most effective goods layout. Submit toggle button not pressed. Alert. Great job. Toggle button not pressed. Question list button collapsed. Expanded. List with 5 items. Clickable. The basic rules of merchandising. Clickable 1. Match the key merchandising rules with their descriptions.
So also, I have to point out some very important tips that must be taken into account when creating quizzes in accessibility mode. So please keep in mind that if you want to cover all the important info, it's better to rely on text rather than images. So include meaningful data in the question wording or at least add alternative text to a picture. So you can see the text field for alternative text in iSpring QuizMaker. For example, um, here. So for example, here, because I have previously added a picture of the butter right to the question. And if I click this picture, I will see the field of alternative text where I can enter all the text. And also, don't forget that some of your learners are only able to hear the info, not see it. So it's very important to add alternative text to all objects of a question. Also, question types like hotspot and drag and drop won't work in the accessibility mode. They will be reported as unanswered in any LMS. And if I go back to the browser window, and if I select, for example, the second question, it is a drag and drop type of question, I will see that this question type is not supported in this mode. As I already mentioned, the accessibility mode is available only on desktop devices and can be enabled only in the standalone iSpring QuizMaker tool. However, our developers are working on Section 508 implementation for interactions and all the players in iSpring Suite 9, so stay tuned. And the last tip, I recommend that you use Chrome and Firefox browsers, which support everything. Now that it's Section 508 compliant, iSpring QuizMaker and soon iSpring Suite help and will help a lot of educational establishments and government agencies to meet accessibility requirements and law regulations. And I can't help but smile when I say that. So today we saw how to create accessible quizzes and how they work after publishing, and also we reviewed some tips that have to be taken into account. And how can you get these updates within iSpring Suite? So let me show you. So if you have an active maintenance plan, you need to open iSpring Suite and click on the Updates button here. And if you do not have the last updates, you just need to install them by clicking on the button called Install. But if you do not have a maintenance plan, please send us an email to customer.care@iSprintSolutions.com and someone will get back to you ASAP. Okay, guys, at this point, we have some extra time. So now we are ready to start the Q&A session, and I'm ready to answer all your questions. Just send us your questions in the chat box on the panel to the right.
All right, so a question from Diana. If we create the quiz using iSpring and PowerPoint, will the accessibility mode still work?
Thank you for asking, Diana. I think at this point there is no possibility to enable the accessibility mode for iSpring Suite, because when you add a quiz right to iSpring Suites as a part of the course, and then if you go to publish, you won't see this feature in the publish window, and also as an additional function within publish window. So I have already mentioned that our developers are still working on implementation of this accessibility mode right to iSprint Suite. So I think this feature will appear really soon.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. And Helen is asking, can you please recap how to get to accessibility features? Can this not be done in PowerPoint?
Uh, Thank you for your question, Helen. So to in order to go to the accessibility features, you need to open a standalone iSpring Quizmaker first of all. So yes, this isn't done in PowerPoint, only in iSpring Quizmaker. So you need to open a standalone quiz, and to get the accessibility mode, you need to go and click Publish
By
here.
the way, we don't see your screen.
And now,
Okay, it's back. Awesome.
okay, thank you. So to get back to accessibility mode, you need to click Publish, and first of all, open standalone iSpring Quizmaker. So when I click Publish, I have to go to, for example, My Computer tab, and here you have a section called Accessibility. And if I click this link, you will be able to select the option called Enable Screen Reader Mode, uh, and also an appropriate language that matches with the actual language of screen reader. And for example, I have a screen reader in English, and I have to set up the English language here and click Save. And after publishing my quiz, I will go to browser, and in order to enable the screen reader mode, I have to click this black icon. So here it is.
Thank you. And Helen, I hope that answers your question. There is also another question from Timothy. He says he was late for the webinar. No worries, you will receive a link to a recording sometime tomorrow, hopefully. And let's jump to another question from Ellen. Can you please clarify the differences between a graded quiz and a survey? We have found that even if we aren't grading the learning, the feedback options of a graded quiz are better than the feedback options for a survey. We simply turn off the grading of the quiz during publish in the SCORM settings.
Uh, Thank you for your question, Alan. So I'm wondering what exactly, why exactly you disable these options in the graded type of a quiz. It's really important to know. And why, I'm wondering why you think that a feedback for a survey is really better than for the graded ones.
Mhm. Could you please help us with that, Alan? Allard is saying, thanks, Sophia and Paulina. Everything is clear. I'm going to try it for myself. Wonderful.
Ni-
Thanks for letting us know.
Yes, nice to hear that.
Yeah. Um, and Carolina is asking, can I get a report with the result of everyone that take the survey slash quiz?
Thank you, Carolina, for your question. It actually depends on where exactly you upload your quiz, for example, right to LMS or to the website, etc., or maybe to iSpring Learn. For example, in our LMS called iSpring Learn, we have a detailed report that allows you to generate a report with all detailed answers on all the questions. Uh, but actually, it depends on what LMS you are using. So yeah, so for example, in your LMS, you can have some type of reports that allow you to see the detailed statistics after answering the questions, for example. And also, as for survey type of questions, I have to inform you that survey questions won't be created in LMS, in any LMS, because they are just survey type of question.
All right. Thanks, Sophia. And Helen, she already asked a question before.
Mhm.
She says, I'm sorry, I only have an iSpring 9 on my desktop and in my PowerPoint. Does this mean I can't incorporate an accessible quiz into a Squirm package for Moodle? Do you know by any chance?
Yes, sure. You can easily do that. Just if you open a standalone iSpring Quiz Maker and then generate it as a Squirm package. So for example, you can do that by following these steps. So I will, to open a standalone iSpring Quiz Maker, you have to click on iSpring Suite 9 shortcut, for example, on your desktop. And after that, you will see this pop-up window. And
Mhm.
on the left pane, you will see the option called quizzes. So it allows you to open a quiz as a standalone quiz, not as a part of the course. So you need this option. Then you have to select graded quiz, for example. One sec. All right. And for example, I will add a few questions here. And when I want, and now I want to generate a scoring package in order to upload it further right to my LMS. And I have to click publish and select LMS, the LMS tab. And here I will see the accessibility mode option too as well. So I have to click this one, select a language for my screen reader. I click save. And here I will be able to select the LMS profile I need, for example, SCORM 1.2, SCORM 2004, etc., or other profiles which your LMS supports. And also I can customize and select some specific report completion, etc. So this way you can easily generate a scoring package with accessibility mode. All right, at this point I see another question in the chat box. So from Timothy, I think, yeah. Is there a way to generate certificates rather than just to report? Yes, you can do this thing by using GVT option, I think. Yeah, so in order to generate certificates, you need to send us an email to support@iSpringSolutions with ns.com, and our agent will definitely help you with that matter. Yes, so this is possible to do that by using GS commands and GS scripts. I mean, yes.
So Helen says that she was able to find it. That's awesome. Let's cover the next question from Jennifer. Is the screen reader feature accessible with both PC and Mac computers? Do users need to use certain types of browsers for it to work? Safari, Chrome?
So yes, I think the best way to launch this accessible quizzes is to use the Chrome browser and Firefox, because they have the all they have a full functionality that is used for the people with visual impairments, for example. And as for the Mac, I think yes, they will work. Anyway, can you please tell me your email address? I will clarify this info from our developer, from our
Mhm.
senior developer, and I will get back to you with the results as soon as possible,
Yeah.
just to not disinform you right now.
hmm Also, we have a comment from Sean. Mac, yes, with voiceover.
Mm, okay. Thank you very much, Sharon.
And we also do have an email from Jennifer. Thanks, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Sophia will check it out.
Yep.
All right. Well, actually, I think at this point it looks like we've covered all the questions that were sent. So maybe it's time for us to wrap up. I hope that everyone has a wonderful day. Bye, everybody. Bye, Sophia. See you at the next webinar.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Paulina. Bye.